Linnea has just been added to Genshin Impact, so today we're going to be pulling for her, spending over 2,000 resin to level her, as well as farming a ton of artifacts to completely max her out on day 1. But before we get into that, we first have to actually pull for Linnea. Alright, it's time to start pulling for Linnea. So as you can see here, we're actually 40 pity in, so this might actually be a pretty quick one. 50 pity? I don't think we need any of the 4 stars. 60. 70. This should be a 5-star. Hopefully we win that 50-50. Nice and easy. I'm scared. I'm terrified. Oh god, I was rightfully scared and terrified. That is C6 Diluc. Oh my god. That is just very unfortunate. I keep getting Iluga. Unfortunately, he's already C6, so not much help there. Wow, we went all the way back to pity. That sucks. Alright, just give it to me.
Hey there, I'm Linnea, an advisor with the Adventurers Guild.
Linnea obtained. Why'd you have to do that to me? You couldn't have just been nice. Ugh. So, I don't know if I've said yet, but we have a fully stacked team for her. We have Iluga, he's built alright. Columbina, pretty nice. As well as Zibai, who's basically at like a 9,300 crit rate. Like, just insane. Hopefully our Linnea is gonna be just as insane. That'll surely happen, right? Well, first off, did pre-farm the bow, as well as her talent materials. But we still have to get her boss materials, and then after that we're gonna do some farming in the artifact domain, as well as leveling up some of the pieces that were already on this account to try to make her as strong as possible and really show what her potential can be in a really good team. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to subscribe. Only 3% of everyone watching this video is. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, where I will then start a very special series. But no more yapping, it's time to farm her materials. Alright, that is all her materials. Let's get her maxed out. And that makes it Linnea, level 90, level 90 weapon, and 199 talents. And I just pulled her like an hour ago. You know what that means? All that's left is her artifacts. Now I do already have some potential pieces, as you can see right here, that I am excited to level up, but we do still have around 1,000 resin just to spend on artifacts today, so we're going to jump into that domain and see if we can get any more artifacts. HP, defense, but it is crit rate. We're not going to be able to use that as she's going to probably overcap on crit if we're going to be honest. She doesn't have any artifacts on her yet, and she's already at 55 crit rate. Plus, Iluga is going to give 10, so 65. Defense, but that is terrible. Energy recharge. We're not starting off great. I would like to get at least like 1 or 2 potential pieces. Okay, we got some chances here. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. Okay. Okay, that's actually defense with crit damage. This, even though it looks bad, is actually potential, because if we're overcapping on crit rate and this goes all into crit damage, that's actually not bad. Nothing, nothing, And that's crit rate. Definitely can't use this. We are running out of resin fast, and I only got one mid piece. Oh, okay, 4 options here. There has to be something double crit, right? Single crit, no crit. That can have potential. And that as well. It's crit damage and defense percent. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, I cut out a lot there. I just had 4 runs in a row only give me the other set. Why am I cursed? You know, I just have 20 resin left. Surely that's going to be a god piece. Oh, you know what? Let this be crit damage with crit rate substat and defense percent. You know, not quite what I was looking for. Oh boy. Well, even though we only got a couple of mid pieces from those artifact runs, we do have some left over from building Columbina, which can luckily save us here. So let's see how those artifact rolls go. First things first, before we get to the big stuff, I think we start with the flowers and the feathers. I think that only makes sense. First off, flower. We do have this, definitely can't use it, that's crazy. But there are a few more double crit pieces, so at least one of these has to roll decent. Let's just start with this one, why not? Crit rate, that's a decent start. Okay. Our ideal here is to keep going crit damage. That's useless. You know, it's what we have to put on right now, but I have a feeling one of these others is gonna be better. Attack, not good off the bat, but if everything else rolls crit, it's fine. That's 1. But that's also attack. You know, I might keep it if it goes crit damage, but only crit damage. Yeah, that's gonna go in the trash. All right, next up we have these two. Hopefully this one ends up being the best one because it also has defense percent. But if this also just goes all into crit, I won't be mad. Attack, it keeps giving me flat attack. What is with that? Okay, crit damage, that's what we want. Defense, flat defense. Ugh, it can be fine, but we really can't miss anymore. Okay, wait a minute, please. You weren't so nice with me with getting artifacts. Will you at least be nice with me when leveling it? Okay, wait a second. That's actually good. That is definitely what we're going to be using. I mean, this one could be better, don't get me wrong, but this is definitely good on its own. Still going to roll this. I mean, I could be surprised. Okay, crit rate. That's a start. Defense percent isn't wasted, but for us to change it, this would have to go all into crit damage. And yeah, it kind of died there. I mean, I'm happy with this. This is 34.2 crit value, plus it has a little bit of defense. I mean, that won't really matter, but I mean, it's a little something. All right, on to the feather. Now, we do have this piece. I mean, it's probably just going to be what we use, but I do still want to level up these other ones. They have potential, and I never give up on potential. But if they're all going to be mid, you'll just see a speed round. Okay, can this go crit one more time? Okay, as expected, all those were pretty mid, except for this one. This is definitely, I would have been happy with this if we didn't already have this piece, which is just slightly better. All right, on to the sands. We have a few potential pieces that can be actually pretty good, and then some that are probably pretty mid. But yeah, we have 3 defense pieces, only one with 4 stat, but anything can happen. Let's just go ahead and throw this one in. I don't even think we keep going on this one. Maybe I should. If it goes crit damage, we'll keep it. If not, then it's trash. Okay, we have to trash it. It's okay. We still have these two potential ones. Let's go slow this time. Come on, crit damage. We're just staring at that crit damage. Put all of your energy straight into that crit damage. Guys, that was not the right one. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's so terrible. Yikes. It's okay though. This has the best potential. It's 4-line. This piece right here chooses whether our build today is going to be just mid or actually pretty good. Wait a second. I'm not getting too excited. You know, that was just one roll, but that's the right one. Okay, wait, it's actually already pretty decent, and that's only 2 rolls in. EM, it's not wasted exactly, but it's definitely not great. But that's okay. This is a 4-line, so we still have 2 more rolls. Oh my god, wait, please. I will buy $100 worth of Genesis crystals. If you can do this for me, Helioverse, you'll own my soul. Oh, you know, that is good. That is good. I was hoping for crit damage. They don't own my soul, but that is still amazing. Wow. I think this build's gonna be actually pretty cracked. Now onto the goblet. Unfortunately, we only have one really good piece, so this is probably gonna be an off piece. Unless this can roll really well, which I'm hoping for, as spoiler alert, the circlets might be looking worse. Let us reach greatness. Crit damage? Ooh, that's a good sign. Crit rate? Okay, okay. Oh my god, guys. You know, HP, that's fine. That's fine. It's actually been a while in one of these videos that I've actually gotten like a great build off the bat. And what this means is we can use an off piece here and just go crit damage, crit rate, defense percent. I mean, you know, that looks good enough for me. Now, the question is, what does this build look like? We have 2100 defense. Oh my god. This actually might be one of the most perfect builds I've gotten from one of these videos. It says 89.3, but remember, we have Iluga at C6, which means 10% crit rate and 30% crit damage. So effectively our Linnea is at 99.3% crit rate and 240 crit damage. Now, keep in mind, this is alongside a pretty decently built team. I mean, we have Columbina here with a great set of artifacts, and Zibai, who I already showed you earlier, is insane. I don't even know what's in this abyss, but I just know, based on that build, this team's gonna crush anything in its way. So let's just see how good this team is. I'm actually in awe. Alright, that's gonna be it for my Building Linnea video. If you enjoyed, I recommend subscribing. I make these kind of videos all the time, so you won't regret it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.